Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals. Oh shit, I just turned my volume on my thing way up. Might be. So I deleted Honkai Star Rail, and this will in fact be the last installation of Aeons as humans that you're getting because, honestly, I just can't be bothered anymore, man. Silver Wolf's banner was gone, and so there was nothing for me anymore. Yeah. This is all the art that I did before that. I think this was literally done in the winter time because I've been working on this damn series for a while, but then I kind of just lost interest, honestly. I'm working on a webcomic and that is taking up most of my time because I still need to figure out the plot and the characters and everything like that. So honestly, yeah, I just could not be bothered anymore to keep going with and as people. Last video I kind of explained why I think it's really transphobic that people mist under the Aeons even though they are pixels. So I guess I should start describing what I'm doing. That's what I did last time. Yeah. It's also final season. I fucking hate this because I don't understand why we have to have finals when we could just pinky promise that we understood all the work or something. Right now I'm trying to shade in Aha's hair. I stopped shading in their hair and am now doing their skin. I couldn't decide if I wanted to give them a proper face or not because on one hand it'd be fun to do because I don't know if you guys have seen that there's actually a person silhouette inside the weird mask things. But then I decided against it because that's too much work for me and I was tired. And I think this was literally being done in a math class. Why'd I say meth like that? Fuck, I said that again. Math, M-A-T-H, not a meth class. Aha seems like the kind of person to do the oopsies with the little sticking the tongue out kind of thing and the wink, and so I feel like they would also be the kind of person to get injured for no reason or honestly accidentally, so I give them a lot of band-aids. I'm gonna be so honest, none of the clothes I put any of the Aeons in really mean anything. They're just color picked from the image and how if I think they look cool. They don't mean the red does not mean that Aha is secretly gay for Nanook or something. Especially because we're not secretly gay anymore. And I tried to incorporate that weird planet type thing on the front of the smiling mask into a necklace because I think that looks kind of cool. This was me trying to figure out the color scheme for a mask and doing it on my own, and then I was screw it, I'm just gonna color pick. Yeah, you can see me giving up right there. I was gonna give it eyes, but then I decided not to and just to give it a mouth. You can see me kind of deciding whether or not to do Aha's face and then just deciding to go with a little mask because I think that looks more fun and unpredictable and more them, honestly, than if they had a face. I was definitely struggling with which brush to do it in and everything like that, but I think it turned out pretty cute. So if you can hear the doors opening and closing in my house, apologies. There's literally no way at all to get proper silence. So I did have some trouble getting their mask under their hair, and then I realized that I could just use layers and I could move said layers around. So yeah, I don't know why this is going so slowly. I'm just gonna shut up now so you guys can appreciate the drawing. How funny would it be if you guys could hear the tub draining in the background? Yeah, this is taking a ridiculously long time. Oh my god, if this is taking this long. I really don't even want to speculate how long the other things are gonna take. Jesus Christ, this is gonna suck. Um, I think Aha is the one I had some of the most trouble with, but now we are finally done with that and we're on to IX. Is it? I'm so. I thought it was IX, but it also could be like 9 or X. Um, I really like the cute headphones that I gave them in the thumbnail, but then I realized that I did not, in fact, carry those headphones over, and I'm kind of annoyed about it because they look cute. Um, Ignore whatever's going on with their hands. I think I fixed that. Uh, yeah, I was trying to give them cute little buns, but then I wanted them to be kind of put up and more orderly than they are, because I just thought that the little blob thing at the top of them looks like a bun. Also, I just kind of realized that those little eye dot things weren't supposed to be eyes, but they were. I don't even know. I'm like, just, I'm just pushing this out of necessity, honestly. I don't even play this game anymore. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna try and talk about them and what I did. So as you can see, I'm trying to do the shading on IX/X/9's hair right now. I wanted it to be like more blue and then like with more purple later on, because I feel like the purple is like really in your face about it, and there's like little blues throughout, so I wanted there to be like one main feature of blue and like everything else purple. And now I'm kind of doing their more of their hair and their buns. I decided that, you know, like those ballet things that you like put, like the ballet donut things that you put in your hair and then you like do stuff with that. Like that's what I was thinking. I don't know what it was with me and these damn like gymnastics type motions. You'll see it with Shippei as well. I don't know what the hell is going on with their hand. I hated that hand so much. Um I'm not sure if I decided to amputate any of the Aeons because I was like annoyed with how their hands were working, but I definitely do that if I like post a time lapse of how drawing some of my OCs in the webcomic I'm working on is like going. I did not like how this one character's hand was looking, and I couldn't figure out how to make it work, so I did just cut it off. Now I'm trying to like do the sort of finishing touches. This was gonna be it, and then I realized like, wait, IX has a lot of stars on them and stuff, and I feel like it's so boring if it's not detailed, because right now it just like looks like a bunch of dots, which it is, but it doesn't look like interesting. I don't know what that kind of hair clip slash birthmark thing is. I think I was trying to make it look like their actual canon body, but I kind of failed with that. So coming up again, you will see, well, you won't see now, but I can see in the preview that there is a lot of time dedicated to just the actual finished product of IX. I don't know why I decided to do that, or even like how that's possible, but we will be staring at IX and their face for quite a while. In like 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I added like a little of those jump line thingies because I wanted IX to seem like they were kind of in motion, because in their like actual art, they're like eating a planet or whatever. I don't know, someone pointed that out on like Hoyle Lab. And so clearly there's like some movement going on. IX just isn't aware of it. I also put these 2 like rings on their hand. I don't know why I did that. I think it was like a mild nod to like the red thread of fate or whatever. And in their eyes, I'm pretty sure I have like a little knife, because spoilers for like Acheron's backstory. If you don't want to hear them, just go to when you don't see IX. But like, because their whole like when they were the son of Acheron's planet, they like Loki killed everyone, and Also, because Aha tried to kill them, so I just thought that knife thing would be kind of cool. And I kind of did the stars because I wanted to seem like they were actually just a piece of space, but I'm not sure exactly how well that translated, especially because the purple was so bright. Okay. Anna gave me a lot of trouble because at first I wanted to do like a puppet type thing, but then I was like, no, that's too much work. I kind of don't like the way their design turned out because I forgot to do the colors of the weird spine things on the thumbnail. I saw like the head covering thing that they were wearing, and I immediately thought of a hijab, except yours truly didn't know how to draw hijabs at all. So it was like all over the place. Honestly, their whole design is all over the place in my version, but it like gets way clearer later on. I don't know what the hell is going on with their eyes, but right now I'm just finalizing line art. They looked a bit weird when they were so tall, but I also didn't want them to look like too weird. There was going to be puppet strings. I am forgetting if I included that. But you can see me like kind of cleaning up the line art and just adding everything. I wanted the planet stuff that they have in their actual art to be like incorporated not only into the crystal ball but also into their skirt. And also I just kind of wanted to do like a cute design with a skirt, so that's what I did. I don't know what the heck I was drawing just then, but I also saw that like the tips of their fingers were metal, and so I wanted to do that the same thing for their like tips of the fingers in this drawing. I'm not sure exactly how well that carried over because this was one of my first times like rendering metal. So you can see the weird metallic textures that I was doing. Then I decided I really did not like the way that their arms were placed, and so I like reworked all that. You can see that I fixed where I'm not even sure. I think it was like a cloth. I fixed where like that cloth was, but that's fully not what a hijab looks like. Or maybe it is and I just drew it wrong. I don't know. If I like could do this again, I think I would make it read more distinctly as like a head covering because it just looks sort of weird right now. I do really like the color I gave their dress type thing, though I'm still really annoyed that I didn't change the color of the spine type things that I had in the thumbnail because I really thought that kind of made it all go together. And then also because Anna was like such a big part of like one of the trailers in quests, I wanted to like have the silver rail like physically going through their dress. And I wanted to have like little galaxies in the dress. That took me a while, but then I realized that there was in fact like a blur tool, and that saved my ass on multiple occasions. Initially I wasn't sure how I was gonna do all the stars, but like as you can see, blur tool, just blur tool. I actually really am a fan of the way their skirt turned out, and I love the eye. So I'm looking at the finished preview now, and I don't know why I'm noticing all these things that I like actually hate about this piece until I'm actually like ready to record, because I forgot to include the puppet strings. And I'm so annoyed about that. And also, it seems like we're going to be spending a long time with this finished product. It's like still going, which is super annoying. I guess it's because I like zoomed out this whole thing, and so I thought it would just affect the speed of like how I could find things, but I guess not. And it also affects everything. So basically how this preview works is that I can see like the pictures or whatever side by side until it's like done, and I'm seeing 4 pictures of just this. So This is gonna be so interesting. I'm gonna try and like live vlog it because we hit the first one, so now it's only 3 to go. Um, what did you guys think of like the Penacony quest as a whole? And like especially Aventurine's backstory. Cause like even if I don't play the game, I don't know, Pinterest keeps telling me that I do and keeps recommending me like just rat urine like pins. And also like oh, I'm forgetting like this Infinity one, Amphorius or whatever. Um I was going to finish like the quest line for Anaxa, but Wuthering Waves is gonna have their Cyberpunk update in like June, and I do not have the storage for both that and Star Rail. So Star Rail unfortunately had to go because it takes up a zillion years to re-download Wuthering Waves with like all its details. And also like a lot of the games that I had were just getting boring. So I actually downloaded this game called Morimans. Yeah, stay in tune for that because there will definitely be me unofficially voicing over whatever I can. Like maybe over the summer probably because that's when I like actually have free time. Now we are on to Sheepay, and honestly this one was so fun to do. It was my first time like experimenting with the perspective of the way they were like looking, and it's not quite as majestic as the free run up angle thing, but I think it gets close. I am realizing now I wasn't accurate to my thumbnail again. And you know how I was talking about like, oh my god, yeah, it got super annoying, but I'm pretty sure I didn't amputate anything on the Aeons. I remember this now. I amputated Sheepay because I really did not like the way their other hand was turning out. And so I just chopped it off. More drawing tips with me, I guess, man. If you like don't want to draw something, honestly just amputate it and then make up a reason for the amputation. I think it was the hand that I was trying to draw before I like moved on to the feet, but I honestly could not tell you. I don't know why they're so thin or what the anatomy was doing, but I would like to say that the only like professional stuff or like the only training I've ever had was through YouTube tutorials from Lavender Town and Sam Does Art. So like don't expect me to be a professional at all. Again, the poses also, like, I just wanted them to convey motion. They don't have anything to do with like the actual Aeon. I'm really messed with like the weird halo thing I gave them in the thumbnail. But guess who forgot to include the parts that they're always the most excited to add in the thumbnails in the actual sketch? Yep, I forgot to add that too. I actually kind of like the way their hair turned out. Right now, it looks really weird, but like trust the process because it turns out good. It just takes a lot to get there. Right now, I'm trying to do their more like the darker parts at the bottom of their hair. I don't know why I fully blanked on what they're called. But I didn't really like go as dark as they have in their initial form because there's going to be a lot of dark colors on their actual outfit that it felt like too much, kind of. I don't know why part of their face is like on this layer, but like it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, right now you can see that I'm doing like the slightest bit of dark shading, but it's like not nearly as extreme as it is on the bottom of their hair, like in the reference. I wanted to make their hair like look like actual hair and not just colors that I blurred into it. And I'm not entirely sure how well that worked. And right now, it looks weird. Oh, I think I amputated their eye too. Yeah, like I love Sheepay, but literally nothing was working with me. So I just amputated things. I guess spoilers for Aeon lore if you guys didn't know. But like Sheepay absorbed / killed Anna when they ascended, And so that's kind of the thought process behind the eye patch, because I wanted to look like the eye that Enna has behind them in theirs. Because it's like, yeah, they took the eye that Enna has. I don't know why I drew their mouth. You're not going to be able to see that. Um, and then there was more of like reworking the bangs because I wasn't exactly sure how that was going to work. Oh my god, yeah, I did not stick to this thumbnail one bit. But that's okay. This is the hand I'm amputating, actually. The one that you can see me messing around with. So even once I amputated it, it was not working with me, and I'm really not sure how to feel about that. I swear that I thought I'd, like, made Shipe a little, like, not thin as, like, a twig, but I guess not. Right now I'm doing, like, their weird back skirt thing, and my friend pointed out to me that, like, hey, if you want it to look like that, that means one side is going to be significantly longer than the other one. So if you could hear that, that was my mother. I'm so sorry. I was also trying to make it, like, look like the weird, cute gold. I don't even know what they're called, but Procreate got a new library with, like, these brushes or whatever. And I really wanted to have an excuse to use one of them. I think it was, like, in the comics section of the Procreate library. But I also wanted, like, their gymnastics thing to, like, have a little gradient because I thought that was cute. And because they have the gradient in their skin. So here you see me trying to put a pattern on their prosthetic. I don't know why, but I was. And then you can also see the suffering of me trying to put their leg under their skirt thing and failing miserably. So you guys, like, also weren't there for this, but I had to take a quick break from recording, and so I did kind of shorten, like, the duration of time that we would be seeing the like, finished piece, but I'm not sure exactly how long I shortened it by. I'm adding, like, the moon, I don't even, like, holder things at their waist. I don't know what they are, but I thought they looked cool. And then I'm putting on the finishing touches. I think it's especially dumb of Shipe to get, like, misgendered, because they're literally, their whole thing is that, like, oh, we're everything, and we want to be everything. So, to me, it's kind of like, how the hell do you misgender the concept of everything? Unless you're genuinely trying to be a dick. So this is also another part where I took a break from filming, and now it's on, like, the last day of school. So, I do kind of have to lock the fuck in and speed through what I'm doing, because this is the last time I'll ever actually have this currently with the equipment until, like, next year, and I'm not waiting that long. Yeah. At this point, when the thing is just showing itself, I'm just gonna yap instead, because I'm tired. Honestly, if I had the energy, I would redo Klapoth, because I really don't like how they turned out, like, at all. Like, some of it is fine, I guess, but especially their eyes, you'll see them later, I made them, like, a really jarring bright blue, and I fucked up their hair pretty big time. And spoilers, I'm not going to be doing this again. This is exhausting. And I started this at the beginning of, like, this year. And now it's literally the last day of school. So I have no desire to do this to myself again. But if I did do this to myself again, I would definitely change their eyes. I honestly should have done, like, because their, like, color palette is so monochromatic, I wanted there to be some kind of pop of color. And so I decided on blue because, you know, royal blue. And oh god, this is the part where I suffered, because I put the things on the same layer, and then I realized that, and I was trying, this thing, the little lines you'll see next, they're all on the same layer. And I was trying to figure out how to get them off, and you'll see me, like, suffering before I decide, screw it, I'm just gonna redo this, it's terrible. Oh yeah, these, do you see those black lines? They're all on the same layer. And now you can see me suffering.
But anyway, I wanted there to be some kind of pop of color for, like, the blue, and I was like, well, okay, what is, like, Qlipoth known for? And in game lore, it's just, you know, the IPC colonizing places. And so I guess I wanted to do it like Qlipoth can't really see with their eyes because the IPC did it for them. But I think it'd be so much, like, a better way to go and, like, I don't know, give Qlipoth, like, blue lipstick or something, because then it's like they don't talk, the IPC with their royal blue talks for them. I do actually really mess with the kind of idea of, like, a mechanic person, anvil person. I'm forgetting what they're called. It's not mechanic and it's not anvil person. It's like the people who work at the forge. Blacksmith. So I fear finals studying is rotting my brain because how did I not know the word blacksmith? But I also really did not feel like drawing feet, and so I gave them little goat leg things. Actually, the little things at the freaking corset or whatever is kind of my first time making something really detailed in this thing. I've mainly just been using color hacks, spoken by someone who doesn't know color theory, by the way, to, like, do this. I genuinely don't know what vibe I was trying to evoke. And I like the idea I had with her hair before you see me doing this puff of, like, thing, because I really like the little halo thing behind their head. But at the same time, I feel like there are so much easier ways to do this and make it look way more accurate than whatever the hell I'm doing here. Yeah. I think, yeah, everything is, like, directly taken from the image. So their stream was actually pretty fun to do because I've been wanting to play around with, like, you know, undertones and stuff. And I just, like, hadn't really had time to because, like, finals. But now I did. You might see me suffering with their expression a little, possibly. I don't know. Yeah. I knew I wanted to make them older because, like, their whole thing is that every time they bonk their hammer, they're like, a time is passing. And so, yeah. This is it. I hope you guys have had fun watching these 2 really long videos. If you do, thanks to, like, the 10 or 11 people that are subscribed to me. I'm low genuinely stalling for time because there's still things to see. If you enjoyed this, maybe consider liking and subscribing. It's free for you and it helps me a lot. This is still going. I'm gonna have to keep yapping until this is up. Over the summer, I might try and post something with, like, an unofficial dub for Moriman's English version, but I'll also be in Kyoto, so no promises. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!